So this is a strut, and this bolts to the fender in most cases, up the top of the fender. This is a strut mount. This is a boot that keeps contaminants out. This is a bumper, and we have a shock in between, where this is kind of like a shock that goes here with the coil spring. This is an isolator mount here. It's rubber to keep noise and vibration away. When these struts go out, we're going to have to use a tool like this. They have at the auto parts store, where we simply compress the sides. There's going to twist this on one side, and then we're going to twist this on the other side. This style I don't really care for, because you're limited on how deep this is. They do offer this style with a locking pin, where we put this on here, and then we're going to put this on here, and it locks in place on both sides, and it keeps the strut encased there with those pins. And then you're going to twist this and tighten both sides, move between the sides to relieve the pressure off the spring, so you can remove the strut section of the shock section of the strut. So we would put one here, we would put one over here on the opposite side, and once these are locked into place, then I would have to use an impact wrench here to here. We'll show you how that works. So we would tighten this a little bit, put some tension, and then we would go to this side, put some tension, and we go like that, and move between the two. We relieve all pressure off the spring to get this strut off, and we would undo this middle nut. So this one, again, if you're working at a shop, you're at home, you can use this type to then remove the spring pressure to change the strut cartridge. I don't like this because we're moving back and forth. This can get really compressed. It's not a whole lot of clearance. So we'll go ahead and move back and forth here to relieve the tension. Okay, and after you put the strut in, you'd relieve that tension, and then remove these to change out that strut. A lot of the struts come assembled. Some people choose not to change out the strut cartridge. Maybe they have to change out the mount. They'd have to compress it, get the mount off, put a new mount on. Over here, we've compressed the bottom. There's 3 jaws. I like this one. It's a little bit more safe. We got 3 jaws. They have little hooks. And then we've went off the mount here. And you can see we've got this loose from the strut itself. We're going to remove this little nut here, and we just go reverse. And there goes our rubber strut down the bottom. So this mount here, that boot kind of stuck there. You can see this is a little boot that keeps contaminants out. This bumper, we may have to put the existing bumper on our new strut. You can see how if you tighten this at home, you can use a combination wrench and then another wrench to tighten that nut down right here on this mount. So we'll pretend that this is the new strut, and we've changed the boot, we've changed the mount here, we've moved it to the new strut, we've now put the isolator back in place. You're just going to feed it up through the strut mount. I have to pull that nut off. You might have to rotate it around a little bit. Get it started. It usually has a little lock piece. Now I'm going to tighten this into place. I can hold the shaft here. Got that tight. There's this little rubber piece. We want to make sure that's seated. This spring is going to go right here. We're going to let off the pressure. Gotta push that back in there. Then letting off the pressure. Up better. You see now it's in that groove. I'm gonna push this back. See how it went into that boot. And then with all the tension off, I'm going to remove these. We're now going to push this up out of the way. And you see the bolt is tight. That's in the groove where it needs to go, into the strut. Be careful when you take this back to install it that we don't have our face over the top of it, just in case this mount gives away or the strut pops out, but this should be good because it's in that groove. Okay.
Almost there.
This one out.
This one's close.
Cool.
Sure, yeah. Almost done.
Yeah, that's good. Shifting a little bit. Do it again all the way to the other side. Go the other side. Okay. All right.